scoring for them. 5 each for Tiffany Brown and for Lindsay Wentz. 3 for Rachel Paul and 2 for Nicole Dudak.
Right, Brad.
Sims now with the ball. She feeds inside to Leanne Moore. She couldn't get a handle on that one, and the ball will go to Souderton. When you get that feed inside, you have to make sure you keep your hands on the ball, and when it comes down, usually you're not going to get it back in that area, and Leanne Moore knows that, and unfortunately just couldn't hold on to it right there. Kristen Bostrom back into the game. First time we've seen her for a long time. Souderton goes back to their starting lineup. And Rachel Paul with a great pass inside, unfortunately to Leanne Moore, the 5'10 sophomore, flying up the floor. Linda Fife on the jumper. She can't get that one to go. Tamisha Johnson back into the game. Good strong move right there, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. Foul there on Lindsay Wentz, her 3rd of the night. One player that Souderton can ill afford to lose, as she appears to be the only one who has any answer inside for Norristown's presence. Tamisha Johnson misses her first shot. Johnson, the only starter not to score tonight, but she has contributed some valuable minutes in the middle. And her first points of the night, so 6 players scoring for Norristown right now. The long pass right there. Johnson, a great job of making sure she didn't get called for a backcourt violation, as she intercepted that pass. Souderton has tried to throw that baseball pass a little bit. I think they have to hit the weight room a little bit more, because that long baseball pass is just about an inch from working, and there's that long baseball pass, and that one's a home run, folks, as that one just went the length of the floor and nobody was there to catch it. And Norristown will get the ball back in their half of the court, because nobody touched that one, so it's like it never happened. Misha Johnson inbounds to Fife. Swings out to Halsey, back to Fife. Fife really couldn't decide what to do right there. She wanted to shoot it, she wanted to pass it. She knows. One of those plays where you just shake your head and say, nope, that's not going to happen again tonight. I know it. It was just a spur of the moment kind of thing right there. The inbounds to Rachel Paul. Dribbling up the floor. Good tenacious defense from Sims. Eyes wide open, concentrating on the ball and the player's movement. Wentz now on the dribble. Her jumper won't go. Popped out right there. And Tamisha Johnson's going to run the break. Johnson, and it's good. Tamisha Johnson, the 6-footer, very intimidating, moving down the floor. Good presence right there by the freshman to move down the floor, and Melinda Fife gets the steal right there. She'll try and go to the hole. Shot was just altered a little bit, and she couldn't get it to go. And now Lindsay Wentz will dribble, and then she'll slow it down. Janelle Bergandino now. A good feed inside to Nicole Dudak, and Dudak just couldn't handle it. Ball going back to Norristown. Another turnover for Souderton. One thing that Souderton has had a problem with tonight is the ability of Norristown to force turnovers. And speaking of turnovers, Rachel Paul gets the hands inside right there. Now Souderton will push up the floor. Feed inside to Lindsay Wentz. She throws up a wild shot, no good. Sasha Sims, good power inside to beat Wentz to the ball. A 2-on-1 if they hurry. Sims feeds to Halsey, underneath to Johnson. She just couldn't handle it. Halsey shot blocked from behind by Bostrom. Now she's running the break. She's looking for somebody to reward her, and it just won't happen. Paul's going to get called for the offensive foul. Leanne Moore planted her feet and was there for about 5 seconds. And Paul just dribbled right into her, so Rachel Paul will get called for her second. Good defense right there by number 33, Leanne Moore. With 5:30 left in the third quarter, 34-15. Sims now for three. That shot is way off. One of the few that has been off for Sims tonight, and Paul stole that ball underneath. Lindsay Wentz running the break, and Sasha Sims just didn't get there in time. She's going to get called for the foul, her second of the night. I believe Lindsay Wentz will be going to the line.
Foul, Sims, her second, team first. Wentz on the line for two.
Wentz's first shot draws nothing. That's a tough thing to do from the line. It's something that you practice all the time in the off season, and unfortunately just couldn't fall for her right there. The second one draws iron, but still no good. Rachel Paul, a good strong rebound underneath, but Melinda Fife just ripped it away. Fife underneath the Halsey, no good. Johnson rebound, no. And Dudak back the other way, and it's good. Nicole Dudak, 4 points right on the night for her, as she got an easy breakaway layup right there. 34-17 is the score. And folks, if you did hear me sneeze, I'm very sorry about that. If you didn't, I never sneezed at all. Rebound to Nicole Wentz, or Lindsay Wentz. Getting my names mixed up. Remember, folks, that 17-day layoff that the girls had, I also had too. So I have an excuse for being rusty and mixing up names. Johnson, that pass was just behind her, but she gets it back. Oh, she's gonna get called for traveling underneath. That was a great feed right there. Tamara Halsey trying to be really a playmaker tonight. She has made some great passes. Unfortunately, just couldn't happen right there. As Johnson shuffled the feet a little bit. Bergandino now up the floor. Dudak thinking about shooting. Now Bergandino will. Jumper's no good, and Dudak gets called for a foul right there.
Alan Dudak, the first, team third.
First one of the night for Nicole Dudak, and Jen Toth will check back into the game. Dudak will have a seat.
Proceeding into the game for Souderton.
Moore on the feed inside. A great block right there by Bostrom, and coming back the other way, Souderton. The layup, and Leanne Moore got the ball, but got a little hand on the way up. Moore with her second of the night. Kristen Bostrom has really come out and
Moore, her second, team
had her
second.
presence felt a little bit in this third quarter. She's come out with a couple of blocks, some nice plays, and she's really trying to run the break for Souderton, trying to get their offense started. Her first point of the night. Danielle Marshall will come into the game as Leanne Moore will take a quick breather. Bostrom 1 of 2, but Lindsay Wentz a great rebound. Somehow it wound up in the hands of Melinda Fife. Great job right there by the senior guard. Danielle Marshall tried to go up, and Bostrom, like a flying acrobat, comes flying through the air. It just got Danielle Marshall. She went to the hole.
Foul, Bostrom, her second, team
For Bostrom, her second of the night. No, that was not a shooting foul, so Norristown will inbound the ball. Johnson feeds Halsey. Under control. Now she'll run the point duties. Trying to free up Fife and Sims. Fife's got a good look at a three-pointer, no good. Johnson rebound, won't go. Tap back out, Marshall's shot off glass is good. Danielle Marshall, right spot at the right time, and she gets her 6th point of the night. Paul trying to break the press, feeds Lindsay Wentz, and now she'll dribble up the floor. Lindsay Wentz, easy 2 right there for her. She has 7. Nice job right there by the freshman to look up and see if she had nobody in front of her. It really pressure and take it to the basket. Halsey underneath to Johnson. She gets it back, and it's good. Nice job right there by Tamisha Johnson. She lost the ball, had the presence of mind to pick it back up again, make sure she was stable, make sure she had enough space. Created her own space, and now has a chance for a three-point play. Janelle Bergandino will check out, and Tiffany Brown back into the game. So, three-point play will not go.
Brown is back into the game for Souderton.
When tried to feed inside to Tiffany Brown, Tamara Halsey looked like she was posting up Tiffany Brown. She knew that that pass was coming and anticipated it. The tough one-hander from Sims, that one won't go. Ball going back to Souderton. Tough now feeds it to Wentz. Good job of breaking the press right there from Souderton. Something they have not always been successful with tonight. Brown, her shot is good.
Brown.
7 for Tiffany Brown, and now 38-22 with 2:20 left in the third quarter. Souderton cannot seem to string points together tonight, and that's been a problem for a lot of teams. Norristown, if they give up 2 points one time down the floor, more than likely they're not going to give up 2 points the other time down the floor. Melinda Fife missed that shot, and she got the ball back somehow, and somehow she lost it again, and back the other way is Souderton. Bostrom's shot is way off glass, no good. Danielle Marshall trying to feed Tamisha Johnson. That pass way over her head. Souderton's ball. Leanne Moore checks in the game. Tamisha Johnson will check out. Good defense right there from Leanne Moore. She put the hands up. Possession error going to Norristown. They'll get the ball back. One of the toughest things to do is when you're one-on-one in the open floor to have to make a defensive stand. And Leanne Moore did a nice job of it right there. She made Lindsay Wentz make a move and really have to do something, make a play to go to the basket. And right there, Wentz just couldn't do it. Leanne Moore won that battle. Halsey for 3, and it's good. Tamara Halsey, 11 points, and the timeout will go to Souderton, 41-22. Norristown, their widest margin of the night, 19 points. And we have a 20-second timeout, I believe. Both coaches not real happy right now. I would assume Coach Roger Jackson is the happier of the non-happy coaches, but the Souderton coach not happy. While we have a chance, we want to thank the Norristown Area School District for bringing you tonight's game. Our Director of Communications, Mr. Tony Koya, and our producer and director and cameraman tonight, Mr. Sam Galbraith. We really appreciate his efforts as he's helping to, he pretty much put together the whole night here as he sets up all the equipment and makes sure he can get here and volunteer his time to do this. So we really do appreciate the help of everybody that we have. And of course, the concession stand we have outside, run by the Girls Booster Club, always serving good food. Our athletic director, Mr. Joseph Fabrizio, and athletic trainer Dennis Flynn, and running the tickets tonight, Mrs. Roseanne McKeever, and all the people who come out to really make sure that these basketball games go off smoothly, and their support and their help is greatly appreciated. Paul now gets it to Bosch and back to Toth. Paul looking inside, and Tamara Halsey almost had another steal right there. She just couldn't do it. Tiffany Brown loses the ball, and Brown walked. She turned about 8 different ways with the ball, and one of those times she turned, she just happened to take an extra step, and she got called for a walk right there. We're under a minute, 41-22 Norristown. Fife for 3. Once again, she has shooting woes tonight. That ball went off of Leanne Moore's head. Tiffany Brown was trying to save it, unfortunately, just after the play, so really not needed, but no problem right there. Danielle Marshall, good hands to get to that one. She just couldn't save it. With 28.5, though, Souderton's got to break the press before they can even look at maybe taking the last shot. And there's the baseball pass. Finally almost working, but Leanne Moore, a nice job of recovering. Lindsay Wentz had her beat to the basket, but the quickness of Leanne Moore to get to that ball first before Wentz could go up with it. Inside the Wentz, she went straight up, and she was fouled. Going to get called on Sasha Sims, her third of the night. Not a shooting foul, as that's their only third. We have a dispute on the floor. The Souderton coach debating that she was going up for the shot, and it should be a shooting foul. And a technical foul called, as Melinda Fife will now be shooting the technical.
Technical on the coach.
So when everything goes wrong, just everything goes wrong. That's about all I can say. Everything is going wrong for Souderton, as now the lead is 20 points. Melinda Fife getting a chance to pad the stats a little bit and shoot a couple of technicals. And she gets both to go. 4 for her tonight. And on the technical, 2 points. Norristown gets possession, and they have 25 seconds now. And they will hold for the last shot. Moore will kick it out. Feeds it underneath. Danielle Marshall in trouble, and she double dribbled with the ball. Marshall got in a bad position right there on the baseline, and she just couldn't get out of it. Unfortunate for her right there. So with just under 10, Souderton has to push. Melinda Fife not letting Kristen Bostrom get away. She's got to put up a shot, and it just won't happen. Great defense there from the Eagles. After 3 quarters of play, 43-22, Norristown with a 21-point lead. They just did keep expanding on that lead. They have dominated this whole entire game. Still a little sloppy, and I know the coaches are probably going to want them to tighten up their play a little bit, but still, like I said, after vacation, after a tough 11 or 12 days off, where maybe your jumper is a little off, maybe you forget about a couple things that you were doing well before you went, on break. It's tough to come back and play that first game after a couple of hard days of school once you got back, and it's something that Norristown really just wanted to make sure they came out tonight and didn't commit a lot of turnovers, and that's one thing they've done. They've kept the turnovers down, and they forced turnovers from the Indians. The Indians in double digits in turnovers. So now to begin the fourth, 5 on the floor for Norristown will be Moore, Johnson, Marshall, Fife, and Sims. Lindsay Wentz's shot is good, as Norristown was not ready for that play. They came out on the floor a little lackadaisical, and Souderton took advantage of it. Inside the Leanne Moore, she'll kick it out to Sims. Won't go. And a good rebound right there by Hazelton, and now we'll go back the other way. Shot right there by Hazelton, blocked by Leanne Moore. She absolutely smothered that ball, and now she'll go the other way with it. The little stop, and she'll try and kick it out to Fife. Fife's jumper won't get a good bounce, but Tamisha Johnson almost had that one. Moore falling backwards won't go, and Hazelton with an easy rebound. Just not getting the rolls on the first 2 shots for Norristown in the fourth quarter. Bostrom now trying to get away from Fife, something she's been trying to do all night, and it's just not happening. And that ball went off of Bostrom. She looks on in amazement. She can't believe that ball went off of her, but Norristown will get the ball back. Moore, good strong move to the hole.
Moore.
When you have a sophomore who is 5'10", who can do that, you're going to win a lot of ball games. And Leanne Moore now with 8 points. Very impressed by her performance tonight, and all the Lady Eagles. They have really performed well. Tiffany Brown gets that one to go. Tiffany Brown now with a chance to go into double digits.
Fouls on Sims, her fourth.
Foul on Sasha Sims, number 4 for her tonight.
Baskets good by Brown. Shooting 1.
Tiffany Brown trying to become the leading scorer for Souderton. And she does with that. She has 10. Now coming into the game, Suzanne Swartley. She checks in for Tiffany Brown. Fife feeds to Sims in the corner. She'll get it back. Fife's jumper off balance. No good. She's trying to get something started on the offensive end for her tonight. And a push right there from Danielle Marshall. She just got the hand in. The second of the night for number 22.
Foul on Marshall, her second.
And Souderton will inbounds from their bench. Well, not technically from their bench, but from in front of their bench. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Marshall's going to get called for her second one in 5 seconds. Unfortunate right there. She was trying to deny the entry pass, and she almost got to it. 2 fouls that really were questionable fouls. As she was trying to get to that one. That one she might have drawn a little bit of contact right there. Not a shooting foul yet. Nicole Dudak trying to inbound. Tried to be inside to Hazelton, and Sasha Sims just stood right in front of her and took it. Sims trying to thread the needle with a pass. I saw the hole, and it wasn't that big. She would have had to make a great one to get there. Dudak tried to feed Swartley inside, was posting up, and Sims has her second steal. Ball's on the floor. Somehow she gets that up to Leanne Moore and back the other way, 4 on 3. Bounce pass to Marshall. Good head fake. Shot won't go. Moore. Off glass won't go. Moore again won't go. Off of the Norristown player, back the other way. Leanne Moore clapping her hands as she thought she had a couple of attempts right there to get it. Danielle Marshall had a shot. She was a little frustrated. She couldn't get to it. We're at 45-27 with just over 5 minutes left. Sasha Sims with a steal right there. She's going to try and take care of business herself. Won't happen. Fife, no. Backs it back out. Moore, her shot is short. Norristown's going cold a little bit right now, but getting great shots. Johnson, and she made a nice turnaround move right there. Suzanne Swartley will commit her first foul of the night.
Foul for both, her first, team 7th. Red time, full time.
A timeout called by Souderton. So we are at 45-27. Norristown complete domination right now, and they'll move to 7-2 on the year. Like we said, really, the only team they're looking up at is Cheltenham, still undefeated on the year, if I am correct. And really no teams below them looking at them. Happer, Horsham, and PW, they beat pretty soundly last year. Well, we'll say in 1999, in December. And now beating Souderton pretty soundly tonight.